people think that you graduate from like crayons to pencil crayons to markers to I don't know what, they're paint, and then there's some progression of like only babies use crayons, but it's all there. They're all different media that have their own uses that are a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to draw on the wall with a crayon, and I think everyone should do it. It doesn't matter what materials you're using, as long as you get your thing done and you're happy with it and having fun, that's great. And then especially in comics, there's a lot of talk about what pen do you use, what brush is this, what paper do you use to make your thing, and the answer that most great cartoonists that I know say is, it doesn't matter, I'm using this crappy pen or I'm just using this regular paper, and that the solution is never in how am I going to emulate someone through their tools. It's the person is the tool, really. Cartoonists are all tools. Graphic design is a career that a lot of people are doing. I had a friend who did the program at Langara before I did, and it was going well, and he got a job, and so it just sort of seemed like, wow, this is one way to make money in art and have a job and a career, the way things that you're supposed to have, the things that I was told I was supposed to have growing up. It led me down a path to not fulfilling myself artistically. So now I'm just kind of focusing on doing my own work and working on comics, illustration, things that I want to work on, things that I'm excited about and passionate about. If I have a bit of a drawing block, or if I need to warm up or something, I'll just sort of start doodling on a page, and if I like the way it works, I tend to draw quite small and compressed usually, just to kind of save on materials really. But so I start drawing these things, and I start making little kind of sculptures out of words and lines. And as you start doing it, and as I start getting into it, you find yourself in that space that so many artists talk about, where you just kind of get into your own zone, and everything's out of your head, and your mind is clear, and that's when ideas pop into your head. And I'll just incorporate, as I'm doodling, I'll write words or phrases and characters that come to mind, and it is a bit of a sort of, feels like a spiritual channeling of just sort of opening yourself up to ideas and having them sort of being a conduit to it. Really, sometimes you don't even really know what you're doing, and later you look at it and you say, hey, that's great, I never would have set out to draw this thing. So if I'm writing a comic, I will have a loose idea of what I want to do, but I'll give it time to explore itself as I go, and I'll leave a lot of things open for myself, which is something I learned from old 1980s Dungeons & Dragons. They would publish adventure modules with sort of instructions on, here's a map of a cave and here's what to do, but they would always leave little areas for you to fill in with your friends later. Like, if you have an idea, plop it in this area, or this could be a door leading to something else. And so they would give you a framework and then give you these blank areas to sort of play with and to sort of put your own spin on things. And so that sort of informs how I do comics now. I'll leave myself story holes to fill in later, and I'll write myself into a corner so I can be creative and find a way to get out of it. My name is Brian Fukushima, and I'm a cartoonist.